Hi, good afternoon. This is Marie from Healthy Sessions. Just wanted to check in. I just wanted to speak a little briefly, speak briefly about evolving. So, over the last 2 years, I've been going through a spiritual awakening. No, everybody does not understand, only a few do. Well, I have been evolving mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. But spiritually, I have been awakened to different types of energies, being able to identify them and how I interact with them, how I respond to them within my life. I've been through a lot, so I've had to have a different perspective on my thinking process, my response, and my awareness. So during my awareness, I have been awakened to a lot of things spiritually. I'm very intuitive, so I'm understanding, having the grounding, of my spiritual gifts. With that, being intuitive, being an empath, and being a nurturer, and a healer, I've encountered a lot of people. We just speak and talk about things that happen to us in our lives and how we've been affected. It takes some time to understand people, how they operate, why they operate in the energy that they operate in, and how they come to their conclusion that it's okay for them to do that. Not speaking in a negative manner, but just how they operate. So, in my perspective, unless you have been awakened and understanding how their person operates, connecting the dots and where they're coming from, it takes a while. It took me a couple of times through heartache, self sabotage, and understanding, self love, self worth, that we all go through trials and tribulation to get to where we're supposed to be on our path. However, this is not a easy path. Spiritual enlightenment and awakening and becoming conscious is a heartfelt path it's not for the weak. It's really not for the weak. But you must be honest and transparent. So some things that you're not going to like about yourself. But I can speak for me in my perspective that there's a lot of things that I found out about myself, and there's a lot of things that I had to learn, like unlearn what I've learned, and understanding that I've broken generational curses by being able to conquer that, being able to persevere through what I've been through throughout my life. I've never had it easy. I've had hardships. I've had times when I've been alone physically, but I know I wasn't alone spiritually. And understand the powers to be. God, the universe, our spiritual guides, our ancestors, our angels, they are real. They are nothing to be taken lightly. They're actually on this earth form, and we have what we call earth angels that are placed in our lives, for a reason. To get us on our path, because we all have a mission here on earth to do. I know for my mission is to be of service to others, which is giving back, having a heart of compassion. I've always been that way. I've always found joy in helping others, giving back to them, and not asking anything in return. It's just I've always been a good-hearted, big-hearted person, and I love unconditionally, and that's a gift. A lot of people don't know how to handle being loved unconditionally. They set limitations. I've even set limitations upon myself. I can't let them take accountability of what's been going on. I have to be accountable of my own actions. Not knowing my self-love, my self-worth, I've overgave. Knowing I had to learn how to let go of people and relationships that no longer serve me, which means not in a manipulative way, but understand that they have served their time in my life, and not to keep putting forth effort and work towards a relationship that was only there for a short period of time. So that means each relationship, each person I've came in contact with, they were placed on my path for a reason and for a purpose, in which I had to get to understand what is expected of me. It takes some time. Sometimes it can get lonely because you just can't talk about a lot of things when it comes to spirituality with a lot of people unless they are open to that their line of communication, and they're open to receive and accept it. I've learned not to keep giving people too many chances, which I had to learn about boundaries. Even though I'm a nice, compassionate person, people have a tendency to take my kindness for a weakness because they figure they can keep getting over, and they'll get so many chances until I prove them otherwise. So I had to set boundaries and understand that people out here, they still can be takers. Some people are givers as myself, but majority of the time people are here to take to see what they can give. But if that's what they've always been taught in their family dynamics, well, that's something they have to understand and learn about themselves and to correct it. But accountability on my part, being present in the moment, and understand that I'm accountable for my own happiness, no one else. I cannot place my happiness in nobody else's hands that I'm responsible for. I'm responsible for my story, to have my peace of mind, good space, good place, and not anybody interfere with that. People can slide their way into your life, but understand they're going to determine by their actions how long they're going to stay. So these days, I respond to actions more though than words, because people's words can change, just like their behaviors. But a person will show you how they think of you or think of you by their actions. By their actions. So I just wanted to stop in just to talk a little bit, and also talk about forgiveness, which is a big part of me during my healing process. I take things really deeply when I love and I care about people, and then I get disappointed by them. But I disappoint myself by placing expectations on them when they're not capable of doing things that I expect. So I shouldn't place expectations. I won't have to worry about disappointing myself. So I can only depend on myself and nobody else. So I had to learn about not having expectations. People are going to be who they are. I cannot change them. I don't try to change them at all. But I know I'm not going to find the loving, unconditional person that puts forth a lot of effort as I do, and taking the time out or showing effort for the people that I love and the people that I care for. So it's not always to be reciprocated. Now, looking for something that's an equal balance, but at some point there must be balance with the energies and balance with the compassion. Not being selfish, because selfish leads to with your ego. So death to the egos. I'd rather have a heart of compassion and unconditional love opposed to the ego. The ego would keep you stuck and stagnant and alone. And everybody needs love these days. Everyone needs love. You love yourself first before you can share your love or yourself with anybody else. And people being transparent and honest these days. But it takes some time. I'm willing to learn, but also be observant of my environment and the people that I connect with. So I'd rather have connection opposed to attachments, because attachments would drain me spiritually, and it would drain me energetically for a person that's being selfish and keep taking. I'll be grounded myself and protect my energy, which is important in my peace. So enjoy your weekend. Talk to you soon. Peace.